Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a long time since I've done a review, and there's a good reason for that. There just hasn't been anything good releasing. So I've just been doing some shorts of a few things that I've picked up over the past few months, but nothing that I've really wanted to dive into until now. And that is because the new Disney Designer Collection has released on Shop Disney. We've now had two releases. My Giselle from last week just showed up last night. She came from Nevada, so a very, very long time in transit. And then Belle released a couple of days ago. And then I believe the next one is either... I'm trying to think if it's either Aurora or Tinkerbell, one of the two. I can't quite remember. And then, of course, there's Aurora and Tinkerbell and Mulan. And I feel like I'm forgetting one, and that's fine. Yeah, so they are, thankfully, again, only $129.99. However, they come in these ridiculous boxes. While I love the idea, it's like a little dance studio. These things are ginormous, and they don't stack because of the material that they're made out of, which is cardboard. And they're just so bulky. So let's just take a look at it first. So the front, we have this like curtain at an opera house or a dance studio, right? On the top of it here, you can see it does say Disney Designer Collection. That's plastic. This is all cardboard. Here at the bottom, the base is plastic. It does say there too, Disney Designer Collection. And then here we have Disney Designer Collection Giselle limited edition doll, one of 3,500, the Disney Store logo. And this is all on a curve here. So if you do want to pause and read it, you certainly can. But it does talk a little bit about the series in a couple of different languages. And then, of course, certificate verification. So we have a COV now instead of certificate of authenticity. That's interesting. And display stand included. And then we have the artwork by Steve Thompson. And you can see there what he did with that. The way these work then is you take these two little pull tabs and you pull and reveal the doll. And it slides back like that so that you can see her. So we'll get to that in a second. In doing so, you do get this little top viewing window right there. This plastic, let me just kind of bring it in, is not the best. It kind of, like you can see right there, yep, it kind of warps when you're viewing her. Straight on, she's fine, but I am just not a fan of these boxes. And then, here's the fun part. In order to actually view the doll itself, you kind of have to lift up on the, let's see here, I did it yesterday, and now I'm like, lift up or lift out on the, there we go. And it just slides out. Yeah. I'm not sure how I feel about that. And then, unfortunately, there's no real good way to get her out, I don't think, without ruining, yeah, because I feel like she's really, really stuck in there. And I don't want to, because see, there's like this little plastic thing up here, and this part fits into that, and then this fits into the base. Yeah, I'm just gonna let it go. Their certificate of authenticity or certificate of verification, which I think is ridiculous, is back there. You can see here, I did get number, if it'll focus, it's like stuck to the box now. Let me get some more light in here. There we go. I got number 1961 of 3,500. So if you do want to pause and read that as best you can, you certainly can. Is it 1960? Yeah, 1961 of 300 or 3,500. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and figure out a way to get in here without like dropping her, because this box is awkward. Okay, I tried, didn't happen. So I'm just gonna hold the base. The background for Giselle is beautiful. We've got like the little woodland scene from the beginning of the movie when it's animated. I think they did a great job with her background. Some of the other backgrounds is just clearly AI generated, and that's like, what the heck. But you can see there's like a little stream and a pond back there, and just this kind of Monet style painting going on here of the woods. Absolutely love it. Now for Giselle herself, and I'm trying to see, I believe I believe she has a new face mold. Either that or because her other designer doll, they painted the eyes facing forward. This one, they painted them off to the side there. So I'm not sure if it's a new face mold or if it's just the eyes that are throwing me off. Because see, she has big, bright, beautiful blue eyes, her golden cascading hair there, light purplish pink lipstick. She has this really interesting, like, gold halo, and mine is very loosely attached. It is metal. There's some gems, and it's like braided here. Let me see if I can get in there. There we go. And some flowers on it. It's a cute touch. I'm not sure it was necessarily needed, but it's nice to have some metal accessories. She does not have any earrings or bracelets or necklaces, so that is her only quote-unquote accessory. But, you know, it's okay. I love her rooted eyelashes. They give her a nice little punch of pizzazz there. She has an off-the-shoulder pink dress here, which I think is absolutely stunning. She is my favorite of this entire lineup. Probably second would be Mulan, provided we see a few more photos of her. But, ooh, yeah, I like Giselle. The description stated that there is pupil, I can never say it right, poly hair is what I'm assuming, and this time I actually think it might be. It does not have the same feel and texture as, say, saran or nylon, so I do feel like this might actually be the dreaded poly hair. Someone who knows hair better than I might be able to weigh in on that, and if they can, that'd be great. It is pretty, and it is soft, but poly hair is soft, but it just doesn't feel the same, I guess, if that makes any sense. Coming to her dress, though, like I said, it's that nice pretty pink that we see at the beginning of the movie. We've got this nice little ruffle here across the top there. Across the bust is some really nice gold embroidery, just like a floral motif. She has some off-the-shoulder sleeves with some fabric butterflies there, you can see there. And then kind of a corseted midsection here with some ribbons. And I like that they actually gave her ribbons, not like they did to Ariel last year where she just had like crisscross die cut fabric. They actually gave them ribbons, so that's nice. And they are curled and then tied and tacked to this multi-layered dress. She has two beautiful rosettes. Let's see if I can get it to focus here. There we go. Two beautiful rosettes on either side of the, like, peplum, I guess, if you will, area. And then she has a layer of satin, which this, of course, is made to look like she's holding it. Satin that has some embroidery, gem work, and butterflies on this whole side. And then on this side, there's just a little bit of gems, and that's it. She does have embroidery on the front there, as you can see, and a couple butterflies. But like this side of the skirt has embroidery and gems. That side of the skirt doesn't. Who knows? We have some gems kind of scattered here, some more embroidery there, a little bit of embroidery here. A very asymmetrical design to this skirt. We have some butterflies kind of there tucked in, but it is a beautiful fabric. Now, underneath that, she has a layer, I guess it's one layer, excuse me, there's only two layers, of this like organza type material, very gossamer looking. It's really, mine is folded up horribly. And I've got a little tag right there that I gotta cut off. But it does add that nice little bit of shimmer there. So I do like that. It is a high open skirt. So you can see she does have tights. And then she has embroidery on the tights, butterflies and gems. And then she has some really cool shoes. They're little opalescent pink shoes with butterfly wings on the back. So that is one thing I will give this line. It seems like this part just sticks out so horribly. They did give them really, really nice shoes. Let me get that back in focus. There we go. They really, really, really did not scrimp on the shoes, and I'm happy that they didn't. I think that's kind of a often overlooked detail on the Ellie dolls. They usually just give them like black or cream or pale slides. Every now and then you'll get one that has some really cool shoes, like maybe say Jasmine or Rag Snow White has those really cool clogs. The live action platinum sets usually have some pretty neat shoes. But I love that they did really up the ante, I guess, on shoes for this whole line, and probably because it is dance themed. So Belle has some very intricate shoes. Tink has some very intricate shoes. I have not seen Aurora's yet because I haven't paid much attention to her because I don't like that doll very much. And I have not seen Mulan's yet either. But nonetheless, for the first one out of the run here, I do think Giselle, well, she's sold out. So I think that says enough right there. They did very, very well on her. The artwork to doll follow through, I think this one did do well. It did well. We'll leave it at it did well. But based off of just the box size alone, I don't know that I'll be getting any more. I do not have the room for these massive, massive boxes. And since they don't stack, and that's really the only way I can, display my dolls, I don't have place for, a multitude of these huge, like drum-sized boxes. Yeah. So, and plus I don't really like I said, I only really like Mulan. Oh, Esmeralda, that's the other one. I like Esmeralda, but she's too close to the Midnight Masquerade one. So I will be passing on her. But I do like Mulan, but these boxes are throwing me. So I'm not sure yet. We'll see. I'm definitely not getting Belle. I'm definitely not getting Esmeralda, and I'm definitely not getting Aurora. That I know for sure. The other ones is just going to kind of depend. And like I said, I have no room. And we don't get Giselle's very often, so I really wanted to make sure I did get her, and I am very glad I did. So, alrighty, well, that is going to do it for my review of the brand new Disney Designer Collection Giselle Limited Edition doll from their new dance theme line. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any questions about this doll or any other item on my channel, by all means, leave those in the questions or comment section down below. I will get back to you as soon as I possibly can. And stay tuned, because, you never know. One of these might pop up as another review here. I just don't know yet. It's going to take some strong convincing. But anyhow, guys, like I said, hope you enjoyed. Hope everybody's having an extra magical day, and we will see you real soon.